Welcome to footballgameplan.com, where football makes sense. I'm Memory Hunt, the czar of the playbook, bring you an NFL Week 6 preview between the Indianapolis Colts and the New York Jets. So let's look at some keys to victory for both teams, starting with Indianapolis.
Let's look at the Colts, and let's start with their defense. You look at Tom Zbikowski. I think he has to play a huge role in this ball game, as he is an effective blitzer closer to the line of scrimmage, and that could cause a lot of problems for that Jets offense, passing game and running game. But when you look at the defensive line, you look at guys like Corey Redding, Philly Muala. Those guys have to have a huge success. This can't be the week the Jets get the running game going, because we know the Colts struggle in stopping the run. If they're going to beat the Jets, they got to make this offense one-dimensional. So guys like Redding and company have to make sure they stop the run. But let's go inside the lab to see how that Colts offense can move the football effectively on third downs.
The Colts are going to have to win on third and short type of situations in order to have a chance versus the New York Jets. And we have some third and short type of situations drawn up here on the board. I'm going to show you the 90 curls check trap. The reason why we call it 90 curls is that everyone in the route has curls. So it's basically 4 curl routes. Jets fans should be familiar with that, having Schottenheimer as their OC, but let's say all curls right there. But it all depends on how close to the line of scrimmage these corners are. If the corners are tight on the line of scrimmage, I would check to 22 trap. Why? Bang, bang, bang here. So you want to check trap, but it all depends on how tight the corners are. If the corners are close on the line of scrimmage, check to a trap. If they're off, you got the curls all day. So that's how you effectively win on third and short. Another one right here we have drawn up, pro right flex, which means this is the Y. He's flex, but it's pro right. 473. This is your 4 route. You're out. Your skinny post attacking the void right here in the middle and putting pressure on the safety and this backer or nickel guy right there. 3 slant. So now you have a quick read. You have either this guy or this guy clearing. So that's 2 ways you can get first downs on third and short. Another way, this is a bit longer, squeeze, rip out, which is the formation, squeeze, rip out, the flex. Zoom 42. Zoom is this guy, the Z guy. That means the motion is coming across. Zoom motion 42, which means we have the 4 route, which is him. He's going to run that out route right here as he comes across the motion, the zoom motion. He's running that out. 42, another quick out right there. X split. X right here is running a split route. He's splitting these 2 guys right there in the void. And we also have F flat, shooting to the flat. So as he snaps the ball right here, he has 3 different options, 4 different options. This is going to be your outlet right here, depending on how they adjust to it. But you have 4 options to try to help you win on third and short if you're the Indianapolis Colts.
Now let's move over to the New York Jets, and quiet as kept. I actually like some of the play calling that happened last week versus the Houston Texans. The problem was the execution was a little bit off and the timing was off. They got to get those things squared away in order to have some success this week versus the Colts. Now the Jets can move the football. They got Jeremy Curley. They also have the exotic play calling, getting Cromartie in on offense. I like that look. Getting Tebow in at the same time. I like that look. But if they're going to have success, the offensive line once again has to hold up their end of the bargain. Now, when you look at the defensive side of the football, what they have to do in order to stop the Colts, let's go inside the lab and check it out.
The Colts' #1 passing option is Reggie Wayne, one of the premier receivers we have in this league, even at that late age that he's in, his late 30s. So you look at how the Jets can roll coverage to Reggie Wayne to take him out of the ball game. Simple set right here. We have drawn up one of the Colts base formations. And when we talk about rolling coverage, this is Reggie Wayne right here. Let's say you have the corner playing his deep third. You want to have this guy buzzing underneath. You also want to have this guy attack him in the short to intermediate. So now you have him really bracketed, and it's all pre-snap. You roll that strong safety back this way. You're going to have this backer manned up on that tight end, and now you play your press coverage right there with this guy, dropping him in that zone, dropping him in that zone. But you see how initially, pre-snap, you show a cover 2 look, but you can roll it to a cover 3, and you can even have man on that side, or even roll it to a quarter, half type of coverage. But you really want to take away this guy, and it's all about taking away the #1 target and forcing luck to go here, here, or here, where you effectively have yourself well protected. So if you're going to roll coverage, you want to keep a guy underneath, keep a guy deep, and keep a guy shallow in order to protect yourself versus their top wide receiver.
In my opinion, the X factor for the Colts have to be those two rookie tight ends, Dwayne Allen, who had an outstanding game last week, and Kobe Fleener. It's imperative that these guys hold their own at the point of attack, blocking and also getting downfield and catching the football. Jets X factor has to be the two inside linebackers, Bart Scott and David Harris. Both guys have to come in and make sure, just as the Colts have to come in and make sure, this is the week that they don't get the running game going. Got to stop the run. All falls on the shoulders of those inside backers. Let's take a look at the personnel breakdown in this matchup, and not much separates these two ball clubs, quiet as kept. Both equally match with their personnel, in my opinion. In some spots, the Jets have an advantage, as do the Colts, but this should be a very good ball game. I actually like the Colts in this ball game. What I like most is the fact that they utilize both tight ends effectively in the running game and in the passing game, and I think those matchups will be enough to win this ball game versus the Jets. The Jets won't be able to match up versus those two young tight ends, and defensively they do just enough to get the opposing offense off the field to get the ball back for their ball control offense. And I also want to give a huge shout out to Colts fan forums and Jet fan forums for always showing football game plan support.